Hey, if you want to learn how to become an independent filmmaker or a filmmaker in general, I've got a book which I wrote with a buddy of mine. It's called Zan Azli and Wan Chun Hong's Guide to Indie Filmmaking. You can actually buy it off of here. I'm going to put the link down here at my website, fatbidin.com. It's only a couple of ringgit, and it's really good because it has many different chapters, the process of filmmaking, and each chapter I interview a Malaysian filmmaker who gives advice and tips of from their experience. So yeah, yay, link is down here. Yay. You are watching and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club, and I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
And I'm Shirley Busawan.
Okay, and as usual, every week we watch a local film and we review it. And this week we are going to watch a film.
I really don't want to watch.
Well, I
at
do.
Night.
I mean, I know the director.
At 10:20 at night.
I know the director. He's a decent guy. It's called
Pusaka.
Pusaka Tanah Air.
You all know that I don't do horror films well. Yeah. So we watched.
Okay, so we have to speak with a normal voice.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so we watched
We watched Pusaka.
Pusaka.
Directed by Razai Shah Rashid. Good guy, decent guy. Okay, you can tell us what the film's about.
Okay, the film is about
Horror.
it's a horror film, and it's about an investigator played Anwar. His name Anwar. Anwar, played by Shafiq Kyle, who has a twin sister named Noor, played by someone who's a drug addict. A twin sister, and he he finds a set of twins in an abandoned house, locked up in an abandoned house. One dead and one still alive but in a coma.
Dead but decomposed lah.
Decomposed. Dead for a while already lah, basically. And so he starts working on the case lah. He finds them in an abandoned house behind a quarry, and then as his investigation goes on, the suspects begin to die one by one.
The suspects begin to die one by one.
Yeah, his suspects begin to die one by
He
one.
also starts seeing things in the office and all that. Right? Yeah. Then?
Yeah lah, so that's what the show is about lah. You know it's a good show when I don't want to tell you too much about it. When I have a lot to say about it, in this What's It About segment, you know it's a shit show. Because I don't really care about spoilers. So, going into the review, I guess we can say that we liked it.
Yeah.
No? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, what? You can go first.
I liked it because the story was written quite solidly. It was
By Alfie. Well, Alfie was one of the writers.
one of the writers, Alfie Palermo.
Who's our friend.
My junior in school.
Who also wrote Mandatory.
Yeah.
That we also liked.
Who was my third debater when I was the captain of the debate team in school.
We're talking about his work now. That's like not important.
It is, because it shows that, he's always been...
That you know people who can write well.
Yeah. You could see potential already since he was young. It's a compliment to him.
Okay, yeah, it is. So
And it was written quite solidly, directed quite well. There were no loose ends or anything like that. The director had good control of the film. It was shot very beautifully. Also, it had a look to it, it had a consistent style and consistent look to it. I wouldn't say it's like one of the greatest films I've ever seen, but it's actually very decent, and you can follow the storyline, and it has all the dramatic points where it's supposed to be dramatic. It scares you a lot. There's a lot of jump scares and all that, which sometimes I get tired of lah. But it's okay, not too bad, you know. And I like the way the characters weave together. They had different, the different characters slowly reveal themselves in the story to show that they have roles in how the story moves forward, which is always very nice to see, because it's very rare that you get that in the local film. You know, it's a decent film. It's a decent film. I wouldn't say the best film, but you know, if we can have at least, you know, a consistent amount of films in Malaysia in a year that comes out of this quality, we would have a pretty decent industry. I mean, I don't know. For me, there's nothing much to say. It's good. That's it. You know, nothing outstanding that I have to tell you about, and it's definitely not like horrible that I need to slam it. You know.
Yeah.
This is decent.
Yep. So, Malaysian horror films go one of two ways for me. Usually they go the bad way lah, which is that it's a horrible film, and I get very angry because I already hate watching horror films, and then I have to go and see a bad horror film that is usually just like a bunch of shitty jump scares. So I think the other horror film that we watched this, well, I guess it was kind of horror but not really, was Two Sisters.
Two Sisters?
Was Two Sisters this year? James's film.
Oh yeah.
Yes, right? Two Sisters was this year. Yeah, so that was also pretty good.
James Lee, yeah.
Yeah, it was very James, but it was also pretty good. This one is more commercial, and it has been compared a lot on social media to James Wan's film, because James Wan is also Malaysian.
Yeah, but James Wan is, I think, a little bit better lah.
Yeah, of course. But they've been saying that this is of sort of that the Insidious type of standard. So, which means that it was going to be like quite scary, yeah. And it was quite scary.
It was?
I'm quite chicken shit, so I'm not the best benchmark here. But I thought it was quite scary. But it wasn't scary like unnecessarily so in a like, usually Malaysian horror films, they just put a lot of jump scares, but there's no, like you said, there's no plot, there's no story, and it's badly done. But this one was quite well done. The story, like you said, was very well written. So expanding on what you said about it being very well written, it was very thrilling in a way, suspenseful.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, but it was almost like the motif storyline where you didn't really know where it was going, and so it kind of kept you on the edge of your seat a little bit. Like I didn't know why the hell this like usually you can see why it's like that, but this one you really you don't know if it was a ghost, you don't know if it was like a sucker, you don't know. And then right at the end, right, the title, it reveals that it's actually been in the title the whole time. They like remove one part of the title.
Yeah. So but you see, for me, it wasn't the horror part of it. Wasn't the main part of it. It just so happens to be a horror film.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It could have been. It was more a crime. Okay.
Yes.
It's more of a crime story. Crime detective story.
Yes. Sorry, I'm quite sore throat.
It's a crime detective story. It just so happens to be in a horror setting. So the horror was just very secondary to me. Yeah.
No, well, yeah, maybe that's why it made for a good horror film.
Maybe.
Yeah, a good Malaysian horror film. Anyway, I didn't really understand. I mean, I got the fact that he has a twin, and then the subject of his investigation are twins.
Twins, yeah.
But
and how they have connections with each other. Like twins have like connections.
Twins have
and all
like
that.
connection with each other. But I didn't really know if that was really necessary to the plot line.
A little bit, you know, because it showed a bit of how the sister was, his twin sister, the detective's
Also
twin
was
sister
affected
was
by
feeling all
what was
this and all that,
happening to
what was
him.
happening, or she was going through her own thing.
Yeah, true.
So I
So-
did play a bit of a role.
A bit, yeah, I guess.
Which that's what I liked about the movie lah. How every character also had
everything is sort
had
of
a
tied
role
together.
tied together and had a role
Yeah,
to push the
okay,
story
I can
forward
take
lah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to say too much about it, so go watch it.
I think that it's also a good commentary of how Malays are so obsessed with
Fortune.
fortune and harta pusaka, you know,
Inheritance, yeah.
inheritance and all that. Like I couldn't care about inheritance, you know. It's like you make your own life, you start your own life, you do your own thing. Why do you want to rely on like what your family gives you and what is brought down to you, and you know,
Because we're all about rights.
that's the thing. That's the thing, which I think
entitlement.
which
privilege.
I think this film is a commentary, and it's poking fun at that lah.
Yeah.
How stupid people are
Yeah.
to give so much importance of what my grandfather passed down to me, what my grandmother passed down to you, what my mother passed down to me.
it
What they
also
pass down,
shows
what
that-
they pass down to you is life and education, and you know, that's what's important.
Values.
Not stuff.
Materialistic.
You know?
But it also shows that some things that your parents pass down might not necessarily be good also lah, right?
But you still want to go.
Use
They
it.
still want to chase
Yeah.
after it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go watch it.
Yeah, go watch it.
It's got social commentary, it's got horror if you're into that, it's got a good story. Everybody should be into a good story. The acting is not too bad.
Yes, the acting is okay lah.
Yeah, it's not too bad. Not as bad as the last film we watched, thank God.
What was the last film you watched?
Tujuh Hari. The
Oh, that
last
was
film
the
we reviewed.
stupid movie.
sorry,
Stupid movie.
Yeah, so
Tujuh cinta, kisah
Tujuh
cinta
Hari,
Langkawi.
Kisah Cinta Langkawi.
Stupid movie.
Yeah, we'll link that review and you can see why we say it's stupid if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Alright, so go watch it.
Yep.
Congratulations, Razai Sham, Rashid, and team.
Oh,
No? Yes?
yeah,
No?
yeah.
Good job, Alfie.
And
And co-writer.
Yeah.
His name I cannot remember right now, I'm so sorry.
so
Yeah, good job, Alfie.
do let us know what you think of this review, or do let us know what you think of the film. If you like this review, thumbs up. If you don't like it, thumbs down. You can follow us on all our social media platforms at FatBidin, or go to fatbidin.com to get everything. Subscribe to this channel. You'll be watching and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club. I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
And I'm Shell Aimston.